Hi guys, about to get started now. Good morning, good morning, good morning. SPRC looks like the best setup right now. Currently up 133%. So yeah, it's top corner. ASMB, falling wedge. Pretty standard setup. You guys know what to do with this setup. TUP, this just broke out now. It had some news. So this one, you can see this was from yesterday. It actually, I just looked now when the news broke out. Obviously it broke out of this falling wedge, but pretty much came down to exact bottom here and broke out. So another falling wedge setup, very easy trade on that one if anyone did take it. Obviously if you were waiting on this news, then well done, but it's just this falling wedge here. It's a good setup. So yeah, 230 was a nice entry. I mean, this would have been perfect here, $2. Once it reclaimed $2, that was a pretty simple entry in my opinion. Once it reclaims at $2, big psychological level within the falling wedge. Very bullish setup on that. So now you want it to basically pull back to 230 like this, retest and push to the upside on this play. Keep this on watch. It's a former runner. This thing used to go crazy. I think a few months ago, so definitely keep this one on watch if you are looking to trade this. Morning, Michael. Morning, bro. Morning. VTGN, this is up 5%. I think it was up more pre-market, so I'm just going to remove this one. There's not really anything going on with it. MNTS, this was on my watch list for today. Not really too much going on with it at the moment. I'm going to just edit a couple levels here on this. So $5 is where you want to enter. You don't want to be entering now. It's difficult to know what's going to happen, but you can say that what's happening here is simply that this is an area of support, right? So why is this an area of support? If you guys don't understand why it is, right? It's very simple. You can see there's been a pullback here, right? It's touched here 1, 2, 3. It's pulled back here again 4 times, 5 times, right? So this is a strong area of support. That's why I have this orange line here. Now you can see what's happening with the trend. We can see that now it's starting to try and reverse, right? Off the support level, now it's trying to break out. $5 is your next psychological level to break. And you got 595 and then, or 549, then 592 on MNTS. This ran yesterday, 55% as well. So definitely keep this on as well, but it now seems to be using resistance. The support trend. Oh yeah, TPST, I know. Yeah, it's struggling. There's just a lot of. So there's going to be a big move coming, right? So I mean, regardless if it still is rejecting this, right? We can see that, yeah, we're getting more and more red candles towards open, right? However, we can see that it is still respecting this trend line, right? I mean, if it comes down to 660, then probably that's where, see if that holds. If it doesn't, then you probably expect it to pull back. But at the moment, I mean, technically speaking, it's still bullish. You have that ascending triangle, which is correct, right? It's just kind of getting to a decision point here where it's getting a lot of resistance, right? Usually this is going to be a bigger move coming in, right? The more resistance building up, right? The bigger the move to the upside or downside. Since it is bullish, you expect it to break to the upside. That's all. You're going to get these wicks like this, right? That's just part of the price action. So just keep an eye on it. I don't trade these ATHX and ICU and ICCM, TTO, and all those ones, right, guys? I just share those charts for you. So for those who I'm assuming new, I don't trade sub $1 stocks. I purely just post those on Twitter because I know a lot of my followers do trade those stocks. I don't mind giving them levels or anything, but for me personally, I don't trade them. The main reason is because I feel like they're $1 under $1 for a reason. You get that whole pump and dump vibe with those sub $1 plays. A lot of times you're hoping for FDA news or whatever kind of industry they are in, right? And most of the time people already know before you what happens with the news, so they sell it or it's already gone. So just very difficult to trade those sub $1 plays. I personally just avoid it. I'm not very good at trading them, but I know a lot of you guys do take these trades. So I'll have a look for you guys. ATHX. So yeah, we can see here, right? Simply, so when you guys ask like what with a chart, so look, let's just use the daily, right? Let me just do this quickly so you guys can understand how I would look at a chart. Would I be touching this? Look at the chart, guys. Would you be touching this? I mean, I think a simple answer would be no, right? The only reason why you would want to be entering this trade, right, is maybe if you know there might be news pending or something like that, right? However, from the daily, you can see that there's no bullish price action. There's nothing, there's no sign of reversal. This is just continuous downtrend since, what is this? Since August the 24th, right? So it's very, very bearish. There should be no reason to be entering this trade. Like I said, if there are maybe trials or something going on, very risky holding between those times because you don't know if it's going to be good on you, bad news. But regardless, just looking at the price action on the daily, very bearish, no reason to be entering trade. Now, if we go to a smaller time frame, let's see what's happening. Still obviously in that bearish downtrend, right? So now we can start to look and see what's happening here. Really not too much going on, right? So for me, there's no reason to be entering. I would have this as support. So 0. Whatever this is, 0 0.0094, right? So we can have that as the area support. So that's all I would do. Then I would draw what's happening with the trend. We can see from here to here, there's a trend, right? We can see, yes, okay, it's broken out. We're up 32% this morning, so there must be some good news or something. I don't know if anyone can clarify that with me. For me right now, if I'm looking at now, I'll go to the 10-minute and see what's happening, right? Yes, this does look good, right? So if we're looking at just on a shorter time frame basis, this is a falling wedge, right? So we do expect this now to break out of this, right? So you can see this is the major area of support right here. We do expect this to break out of this. The next area of support would be this here, 1.250. Right, so there's your support level. I can put this yellow since that's the lowest point. I would put this as an area of support. Why is this an area of support? Because we pull back here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like an area of support, falling wedge. We do expect this to break above, right? According to this technical. But for me, it's just a sub $1 plays I kind of avoid. But if I was to take this trade, I would enter the trade now. That's how I would trade these stocks. I enter them within the chart pattern. I don't wait for a breakout. I don't wait for it to come all the way down to the bottom. I personally just trade it within the chart pattern. That's all. So this is what I have on ATHX. I'll post this. So you can say this is technically a bullish setup right now. So we expect this to break above. As long as it doesn't go below this chart pattern, then you should be fine. Always just keep, for me, I keep a maximum 3 to 5% stop loss. So ATH, just expecting a breakout on this one. I saw your tweet about ASV and the channel down value. Would there be a trap 1.4 validate this theory, then move to the upside? ASMB. So this ASMB was on the 1 minute, right? So over here, can't remember. I think where was the breakout? Somewhere around. I can't remember exactly where it was. But I just kind of showed where that chart pattern was happening, right? So for instance, in that one, it was very clear to see that it was a channel down pattern. For me, I like to see more price action, right? If it's just on the 1 minute, which I had it on, it's not enough price action or enough confirmation for me to validate that as a channel down pattern. However, it is still a channel down pattern regardless if you're on the 1 minute, 30-second chart, 2 hour chart, right? Just a larger time frame is more confluence and obviously more reason to be entering the trade, and there's a stronger chance that it will break out. So 1 minute is not that great of confidence, right? There's not enough confidence for me or price action for it to break above. It did break out a little bit, but it didn't continue to push to the upside. We're looking at right now in the 1 minute, it's pulled back to this 153 here, once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. It's looking very good, holding the support level, so it looks good at the moment. MVST. So looking on the larger time frames, we can even see here, right, the lack of volume here with these candles. So I personally just avoid these kind of low volume plays simply because I trade stocks with high volume because it respects chart patterns more, or just in general it respects technicals, right? If you have a lack of volume, it doesn't really respect the chart patterns as much, so I just purely avoid it. However, we're looking at it, we can see it's in a downtrend, right? So for me, I would have to wait for it to find an area of support, which you could say is 160 here, right? So that's an area of support. Why? Because here 1 touch, 2 touch. You want it to break above this trend line. I would say at least 185. I would wait for an entry if I was to try and enter this trade. Trying to enter now, I personally wouldn't. I like to wait for confirmation. So this is what you have on MVST. I'll post this on Twitter for you so you can have a look. But 185 is that entry level that you could be waiting for. But right now, I wouldn't be entering the trade. There's no sign of reversal yet. So you have $2, then you have this level here. What is this? 230. Right, so these are your levels here on MVST. So I would just say that this is simply just bearish, right? So we go to pre-market. MVST, this is the 4-hour chart. So we can say this is a bearish chart, downtrend. Wait for break above 185 level. Right, does that make sense? And then obviously if it breaks below here, then it's coming down all the way to this 153 level on that. ASMB 190, 191, ASMB 191. Was it here? Wait, what's the question on ASMB 190 to 191 you said? Oh, to wait for the break like this level here. This is your resistance here. 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. So above 190 is safest entries. It is still kind of holding this level, but it's slowly starting to lose volume, right? How do we know it's starting to lose volume? Simply look at the candles. The candles are getting smaller and smaller, right? But you can say that it is starting to hold this support level, so it might be time to reverse, that's all. SPRC, yeah, this is a simple setup. I even mentioned in the Discord a little earlier, I mean, it's pretty solid, right? I mean, it's been respecting all chart patterns, falling wedge, bullish pennant, all those things that I was posting on Twitter, right? So very, very easy setup on this. It's simply running 167% this morning. Bullish momentum, looking at larger time frames, all green. No reason to be, I mean, not in this trade in my opinion, right? So very easy, this trade. There's the breakout 722. Next levels are, we have is this. So 722, then we have this level here. What is that? So $8. Zubair, if you go onto my Twitter, you'll be able to see what the colors are. So go onto my Twitter, the pinned tweet, the first tweet you see on my page. You will see that I illustrate what each color means. So you can have a look there. It's very easy just to see there, giving you an example. So yeah, this is the levels right now, right? So how do I find these levels? Just look left on the chart. Here's an area of resistance. Here's an area of resistance. So I don't look and hold for a price target. I just tweeted that now earlier, right, guys? I don't hold if I'm in the stock right now. I'm like, okay, I'm going to hold till $10. I don't know if it's going to go to $10, right? For me, I play and I trade what's in front of me, what levels are there. If I enter now, my entry, my target would be 3 to 5%. I move my stop loss up, take profits as I go. It's that simple. I don't trade and hold for 100% moves because no one can tell your stock is going to run 100%. If they know how that works and they are very good at it, let me know. I will join them. And yeah, but it's not true. No one can tell you what price the stock's going to go unless they're doing some shady business, right? So there's your break on SPRC. So look, it's breaking $8 next, then you have $9.50. So SPRC literally did exactly what I expected. Mentioned it's a stronger setup. Very, very bullish momentum. Gone for high of day, which is great to see. If anyone did grab this, congrats. I'm personally not in this trade, but it looks very, very good. I don't usually trade when I'm busy doing this as well. Zubair, did you find it? If you didn't, let me know, but I'll let you, I'll share this with you. I mean, it's just on my, it's literally, I'll just post a tweet so you can copy it. So for those who don't know my colors on Twitter, this is the page, this is just click on that link there. They'll just show you basically what it is that the colors mean, right? So those are levels there. Found your Twitter fire. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah, no, a lot of you guys have been messaging me and enjoying the posts that I do. So that's very good. The difference between the Twitter and the Discord, guys, is just that Twitter, I just share charts, right? There's no, I don't tell you what price I get in. I don't tell you if I'm in the stock. I don't really explain much. I just show you the chart. However, I try and make it clear and easy for those who are trying to learn and understand, right? With basically technicals. just basically showing you what setups I like and see. Every chart I post, I expect them to go up, right? I don't know how high they will go, but I only post charts that I expect setups to go. Unless someone asks me to chart something, I'll mention if it's bullish or bearish. With Twitter, I do live seminars, we do live trading, we give live signals, live alerts, as you call it. So I basically say, okay guys, I'm in a stock. For instance, I'll say I'm in SPRC at $8, right? My first target would be 3%. My stop loss is 3% from there. And everything's all posted there. So if you guys want to join that as well, I'll send the link because I know someone just actually messaged me about it. So I'm not sure if they are on the YouTube, but there's a link if you guys would like to join as well. So feel free. If you know technicals. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I mean, like, I just feel like drawing lines and all that kind of stuff, it gets confusing with all the EMAs and basically all the indicators. For me, I like to just keep it clean and easy for everyone to follow. So try and just make it easy for anyone to kind of learn how to trade technicals basis. TUP, we're looking on larger time frame. I just mentioned this a little earlier. These are bigger levels. This is on the hourly, so these are the next levels: 265, 294. Once it breaks those levels, I'll try and update the chart, but at the moment there's no real need to. We'll see what it does around here. TPST, this one doesn't look great at the moment. If it does hold 660, that'll be great because that's ideally what we're looking for, right? But we need it 745 is that big break. So here's resistance here, here. A lot of resistance building up. If it does break this, there's going to be a big move to the upside. ATHX, someone just asked me about that. This is your chart I have on ATHX. Is it still in play? This play is still in play unless it breaks below, meaning if this stock comes down here and it's trading below this chart pattern, the stock is done for now. It needs to then hold this 0.094 level. As long as it's in this wedge, right, it stays within this, it is in play. If you are in this trade, I would not recommend, would recommend having no larger than a 5% stop loss. That's what I personally do. But yes, I don't trade these sub $1 plays, but this is a falling wedge. You expect this to break out. That's how I would trade this. So it is still in play. As long as it comes down to these levels, it's fine. If it goes below and breaks below the chart pattern, then it is no longer valid. So that means that the trade will probably not work out. So yeah, SPRC looks like the best setup. Just keep an eye on this one. This should definitely be on your watch list for today. PRZO, you guys know this one. It's the Israeli stock. So whatever's happening with the war, you will know what's happening. So obviously, depending on what's going on with that, this will move. So at the moment, it's kind of just chilling. Down 17% yesterday. So if you want to keep an eye on it, just keep an eye on it. No problem, Khaled. Yeah, TUP looks great. So let me look on the 5 minute here. Let's see. So TUP, I'm just going to remove and get these levels cleaned up. So we'll just keep it like this for now. I mean, you could technically say this is a bull flag. So that means you expect it to break above. So like this. Let's see what it does. So yeah, this is flagging. So if you don't know what this is, this chart pattern, simply just go on Twitter or Google and type in bull flag and this will come up and you'll see it. Did you happen to mention this live about TP by chance? Mention TP? No, TP, like I just started live and then the news came out a little bit before, but I posted this chart yesterday. Where's this TUP chart, the falling wedge? I posted it yesterday on my Twitter. I just mentioned this in a falling wedge setup, but obviously I don't know there was news or anything. I personally don't look at stocks that are in news or whatever's happening. I literally just trade on based on technicals. I day trade and scalp. I don't hold plays overnight. So I look for my quick 5-10% and then I'm out of there. Yeah, this looks good though. TP looks good. This is starting to move up as well. I mean, I know this is only on the 1 minute. However, it looks like it is trying to, it's just consolidating at the moment. We need this 168 break. Oh yeah, no, it got news. I put it on my Twitter as well. You can have a look. I just mentioned that what news I had. Someone in my Discord let me know about the news, so I just shared on Twitter. Yeah, there goes TUP. So like I said with this one, guys, this is a quarter bull flag. So you can see what happens is there's the flag pole, right? This part here. So let's say this yellow line. Then it starts to form this channel down pattern, which is part of the flag, right? So imagine this being a flag is just like that, and then simply expect the price action to do this, right? So like that, breakout, retest, and push upside, which is done right now. So where would you enter in the setup? I always just enter within the chart pattern. I don't wait for this breakout. I don't wait for it to come down here. I entered literally within the chart pattern, that's all. So some people like to play breakouts. Some people like to wait for it to come more price action here. It just really depends on the trader. There's no really best way, in my opinion, as long as you have the confidence is there. SPRC looks very solid. What do I expect now, right? Since this was the high of day, we've broken above that, which is exactly what I wanted, 722. I wanted to pull back to here, retest, and push to the upside on SPRC. So SPRC should be on your watch list. ASMB should be on your watch list. TUP, look at it go, on your watch list. TPST. I would simply just keep this on here. It ran 85% yesterday. I got in this play, ran 7. I literally got in this thing at 395 or something yesterday. Ran all the way to, what was it? Ran all the way to 745. So I made like 70% on it, which was good. Very, very nice play on this one on the Discord. PRZO, can just keep an eye on this one. It doesn't look too great at the moment, but it's just there to keep an eye on. Yesterday it did run up though to 359. MREO, if we're looking at a larger time frame, we do have this bullish pennant, so we do expect this to break out. Price action is doing what we expect. We need to retest, push to the upside. Risky entries are within the chart pattern. Break above is less riskier, and then above 175 is less risk out of all of them. Also, for those who just joined, if you guys could do me a favor, if you could like the stream up, I'd appreciate it, and then subscribe if you guys haven't. I go live on this pre-market every single day, pretty much Monday to Friday. But I do have a Discord, and that's where I am mainly trading. I do post charts and that on Twitter. But yeah, apart from that, I focus more on my Discord. NTBL, this isn't looking too good. I'll just remove this. MNTS is moving up right now as we speak. So there's that downtrend that I mentioned, right? I don't like to enter within the downtrend now because it's actually falling a descending triangle, right? So that means that it's more likely to push down and basically come down to below this 430 level. However, the only way that I would enter is if it breaks above this trend line, which it has, and then I want it to break above $5. Breaks above $5, holds that level, then maybe look for an entry on that. But MNTS is trying to move up. It ran 55% yesterday. It was a runner yesterday. There might be a possibility that it will run today. So I would definitely keep this on watch if you are looking for a trade. This is MNTS. So MNTS. I would just say keep a watch on this, that's all. It looks very good. ATHX. Yeah, I know a lot of people are talking about this. What's going on with this play? Is everyone talking about this trade? What's the reasoning? I think, did someone post about the news or something about it? I can't see. Yeah, so this is what I have on ATHX. So this is the setup. It's a falling wedge. You expect it to break above. It's breaking out right now as we speak. With next level we have is 0.15, and then we have 0.175. Those are your levels there on ATHX. Agri. We're looking at Agri. We can let's look on the 1 minute. Oh, the volume's there, so we can just keep this on the watch list. I know this is agriculture, obviously, Agri. For me, there's not enough price action at the moment, so I'd simply just mark the high. The high is 379. I'm looking for it to break above that. Then you should expect continuation to the upside. Just wait for this 375 break. 379, sorry. And then your level support is this here. What is this? Yeah, it's literally $3. So at the moment, trying to enter the trade now is not a good idea. The reason is because I don't know what's going to happen with this price action. There's no clear trend, there's no downtrend, there's no uptrend. It's really just consolidating. For confirmation, you need it to break above 379. Breaks above that, you should expect to push the upside, break below $3, probably go down to 250. Those are levels that I have for Agri. On Agri. SPRC. All right, I'm gonna go over my watch list quickly and then I'm gonna head into the Discord. Here is the link. Someone just messaged me about it. Here's the link for the Discord if you want to join. So we have here SPRC. This is probably the #1 watch. It's up 175% today. This should be on everyone's watch list if they trade small caps. Okay. The reason is because it looks like it has the most volume. It's respect to the most technicals. Do not chase this play. It's up 172 play. Wait for it to pull back. Where are the pullbacks? Look for areas of support. Look for use EMAs. Just basically look left and see where the next level of support is. Where is the next level of support? I mentioned to you guys on this 722. Why 722? Was the previous high of day, broke above that. Now we're expecting it to pull back to that level, retest and push to the upside. Let's see what it does do. ASMB, this one's not really looking too good. Next area of support is really just here. 135 on this. So it doesn't look too good at the moment. ASMB, it's breaking down. If we're trying to chart this, there's a lot of wicks on this. This is the better, clearer chart pattern here. This is a clearer falling wedge, so we can see now this is a lot clearer to see. So 135 is your area of support, needs to break above this. Here obviously we have this as well. TUP, this should be on everyone's watch list. It is a runner. It is moving, it's up 20%, so keep that on watch. The next thing I would watch is also TPST. Yes, it is breaking below this uptrend. However, it just needs to hold 660. If you can hold 660 into open, that's great. But at the moment, it is still bullish. It's still in this uptrend. There's just a lot of resistance at this 745 level at the moment. You need to wait for green candle close above. Don't try and enter when it's got the wick. That's why I would avoid it. Barris, if you have me on Twitter, you can have a look. I literally just posted it now. I'm not sure if you asked me about it, but I literally just posted it a couple minutes ago. Pyrzo, keep this on watch. This runs with the news, as I mentioned. Double bottom from yesterday. Is up 3%, but we'll see what it does today. MREO, this ran yesterday. It's in a bullish pennant. Expect this one to break above. It needs volume in order for it to break out. MNTS, try to break above this $5 level. As I mentioned with this is not a breakout. Why is this not a breakout? It's just a wick. There's no candle above. You need a green candle close above for confirmation. Break above this, hold this level, then you expect 550, then 592 on that. So I'm going to head into the Discord now, guys. If you have any questions about any charts or anything, feel free to message me on Twitter. I know most of you guys all follow me on there. If you don't, my Twitter is Tigerline Trades. Feel free to follow me on there. I post all my charts and everything on there. But all my entries, stop loss, live trading, live seminars and that are all in the Discord. So feel free to join if you want. I just sent the link in. If you guys have any questions, just feel free to message me on Twitter and I'll get back to you guys throughout the day. I hope you guys have a great day and I will catch you all tomorrow. Thanks, guys.